We now return to Let's Play Poseidon, Atlantis Reborn. Hard times have fallen on Atlantis. Food and goods are hard to come by, and its people struggle to survive. This adventure is difficult and consists of 6 parent city episodes and 2 colonies.
Dateline the Mediterranean. The Great Plague that has laid waste to many of the lands around the Mediterranean is over, but its crippling effects remain. The streets of Egypt and Phoenicia are littered with the remains of the unfortunate dead. The many farms and workshops that were once filled with happy and industrious workers are silent, and very few goods and foods are being produced. The effects of the plague are not limited to the Mediterranean. In Atlantis, the lack of Egyptian and Phoenician products is taking a toll. The shells of Atlantean agoras are nearly bare, and people from Gades to Autok are waiting in long lines for the goods that they so desperately need. Spirits are sinking fast, and many lament that Atlantis will never again see the glory of its golden years. To salve his people's wounded spirits, Atlon, our glorious High King of Atlantis, has sent his eldest child to the easternmost region of Atlantis. There, a great city will be built, which will embody the best of the Atlantean yesteryear. The city will be called Cleitos, in honor of the mother of our immortal King Atlas, Cleito. The people of Atlantis will be able to point to this city with pride and know that Atlantis still reigns supreme.
Good. Well, this entire campaign is about population, and this first mission is no exception. Fortunately, we have a massive area. It is going to require a lot of finessing, because by the end, we are going to have thousands of people. You also see that we have 6,000 drachma to begin with, so that's fun. As he said, the plague has ravaged this whole area. A lot of these places only sell goods, they do not buy them, which is going to be a problem for us. So right away, I guess I'm looking at nothing. I can't make olive oil or wine. I can't make fleece. I can fortunately make food. The only other thing I've got is this black marble, and I think it's Gades who buys it. So we have to wait for these guys to sort of re-establish themselves before we can do anything. Won't that be delightful? What else? Timber, okay, I can do that. I can also do sculpture, but I don't think anyone does any of that for me. It's unfortunate that this first episode requires 40 people in a residence, because, well, also the townhouse, I guess, because basically this just means we need everything. Fleece, olive oil, I need armor and wine, I need a lot of crap, actually. I need 3 frigates. Won't that be fun? So, yeah, I'll be doing that. Well, here's hoping. That was completely unfair. I didn't have anyone in the city. How can you possibly give me that shit and then say it's gone when I don't have anyone here that could have taken it? $100 people already. We are going to lose money no matter what, but hopefully by taking taxes early, I can at least offset some of that. I mean, our expenses right now are crazy because I just built everything, but I need to worry on my infrastructure first. Now, what did I actually lose out on? I lost marble and meat. Now, if I save that marble over time, I can use it to eventually build the temples that I need. So it would be a good idea to build something to that at some point. Still have 23 people up here. Oh, yeah, I guess I should show. I've decided to squeeze this first block and its neighbor up in the top corner. There is going to be plenty of room for everything that we need, so it's really unnecessary to put it all up here, especially when it would be better to sort of centralize everything down here, because when we start growing oranges, they're going to have a long ways to travel. They will, however, be able to feed whatever I build down here. And we are going to have to build something over here, but for all of my various industries and housing blocks, we're going to have a very stretched out populace. And this still doesn't look right. It still looks like I've made it too short, but I guess we'll find out. I want to wait on more food. Now, I've got an island out here, and I'm thinking of putting a couple frigates on it. I was really originally thinking of just making this my urchin island, because there's one little spot of urchins out here. But because coastline is going to be incredibly precious, and we don't have a lot of straight coastline around here, and all of this is worthless because they can't get through the delta, I've decided to sort of save this coastline for trading piers. Oh, well, great, fantastic. It's going to be even more expensive to get fleeced now. I've been thinking of trading piers. Oh, wait a minute, that reminds me. Gnosis is loyal. Syracuse is dedicated. They wouldn't give me anything. Sympathetic, sympathetic, apathetic. Maybe I should take advantage of Gnosis here. I mean, they give me the tribute anyway, so I could ask for wood. That might work, and then I could stockpile that. We're almost near another year here, so perhaps I should put down that early... Now, we've got a big plateau down here, but it's really not that big when you consider that the Citadel of Poseidon is going to take up a good chunk of it. But I should probably build it down here. Build all my temple complexes down here. We do have the black marble. That's not really going to help with my white marble problem, which is going to have to be imported, which means I need connection to the coast. So it's going to be a long drag to bring it over there anyway. Okay, well, think here. Well, I've got enough stuff, enough food. We can begin selling that. How's my finances? Oh god, well, it's still calculating my building. Okay, I'll go ahead and build a bibliothek because we can get them up to at least that next level. And then I'll need to begin looking at stuff to sell, which will be this, the black marble industry. I need to get my finances in the positive before I do anything major. Since I know I'm going to be building down here, I guess I'll do that stockpile down here. What am I looking for? Bridge. I need a bridge. Where will I put that? Right there, but I'd rather not wind around the... Okay, well, this is good, I guess. Okay, we're sort of central to the map, and then we can run this right along here, so I'm not wasting roadways. Okay, I shall put it there. And then I'm going to do some very long... How do we get up here? Okay, right there. So I can do a road to that. Yeah, you can't get up that way. Okay. So, let's just go ahead, build a long, expensive road. It goes something like that. Since this is going to be where I put all my marble anyway, I'll just have this guy here at the head. If I let them go out, they can walk over the... Or can they? Can they walk over the marble? If I leave them a little way out here, then they might be able to get there. Well, I think as soon as he pops out, diagonal works, so okay, fine, we'll go there. If I need room for something else, I will put it there. Storehouse, okay. That looks like I need to put it there to maximize space. And this will accept wood and marble. We're not going to have enough room for that. If I ask Gnosis now for the wood, we're not going to have enough room for both. But this will work. We're going to need people. Yes, 3 people. But at least we'll be able to get our tribute at the beginning of the year, which will be here in a few months. we're also going to need our food to stabilize, because once we get this huge influx of people, that's really going to affect our food intake. Yeah, here they come. Okay, well good. I didn't need to beautify the area any more than it already is. To get to the next level I will, but I'm not going to worry about that. So, 300 people coming in. We've already got a massive amount of extras, so why don't I go ahead and finish the rest of the coastline. Put up my next few urchin things across here. That way I can guarantee I'll feed everyone. And then I can set up... Well, no, we still don't have a trading post, anyone that will buy the marble, so there's no point in doing that. I'll wait until I get... Actually, let's just go ahead and put this down. Yeah, sure, we'll put it right there. Okay, you accept the... Not bronze. Why do I keep clicking on the bronze? You accept the wood. And you only accept the marble. There. We've got plenty of people now, so let's go ahead and use Gnosis's goodwill to give me wood that I will then stockpile. 500 people, fantastic. Okay. Oh, right, I was going to expand this. Let's first of all find my bridge across. I was going to put it here, even though that's still a good coastline I'm wasting right there, which is a shame. Or I could put it down here, even though that's a little bit of... Well, no, I can't, because I'm saving this. This is a 3-wide coastline. Really unfortunate, but I'll have to put it here, because I'm saving that coastline too. Okay. So I need that. Let's try not to waste any more money than I need to clearing these trees out. And I'll put in a few more urchins. Now it looks to me like I'm gonna need one more back here for the road. And hopefully the inspector will walk this far. Let's find out. He's going back into his thing. Pops out, gets that one. Speed everyone up. Only 12? Come on, you guys, you could do better than that. At least we got some food. Good, hooray,
Poseidon.
that's probably as
Worship
far as he's
me,
willing to
and
go.
the sea will befriend you.
Eventually, Poseidon, all in good time. Now we do have another little, urchin spot right down there. Doesn't look like that's where he's going, however. No, he went all the way to... Luckily these things don't get overfished, I don't believe, but we are severely out of food. But now that everyone's here, we don't have to worry about that. Okay, I still do need to get 800 people, which wow. Well, I'm definitely going to get this by the time we evolve, so now it's time to focus on other things. Things like getting wood and armor and basically setting up everything. Okay, finally, after literally just sitting here for a few years, watching stuff happen, Gades finally blooms. Gades is, I think, the only one who actually buys black marble. So now I can start selling that, although if we look at my balance sheet, I actually did squeeze out a profit last year. Barely. But now that I've got under 4,000 drachma, it is essential that I begin the next part of this nonsense. Now I've been sitting here thinking, and I've sort of laid out my road here. I'm going to have another housing block right next to this one, another common housing block. And then I'm going to have a cross... Well, it's not really a continent, I guess, although we are kind of on an island. Anyway, I'm going to have a cross-map road that connects the food here to another road over here so that I can build more housing around this clump of trees, because there's really no reason to just clear it out right now. It's good wood, and I don't have to go all the way up here for it. So I'm going to wrap this road around down here, and then come up here to build more common housing as we need it. And I'm thinking of building 2 side-by-side massive elite streets, both with about 10 apiece, which is going to be a lot, but by the end of this we're going to need quite a few of both the elites and the common. So I'm going to have huge blocks here. I sort of have to lay them out, and I think I'm going to have my trading piers along here with maybe a few urchin things along the way, but essentially that will connect the food source to that, and then it will run down here. And so now that I can put a trading post down, I just have to think about where to put it. If I run this road right along here, it's in danger of my future building. But it's going to have to connect through the elite districts anyway. So I guess I'll have to do that. I can afford to spend a few hundred, really. Let's not go overboard. I can afford to spend a few hundred plotting things out, because as soon as I start selling this stuff... How much can we sell? 12? Well, it'll be enough for a while anyway, and then I can start... Once I'm making a steady profit, then I'll turn around and start importing some stuff. Okay, just a quick update. I've got the trading post, which is fortunate, I guess, because it's not a pier. It's one of the only trading partners we will have. In fact, is the only one, it looks like, that we will not have to connect to water. So it can be right here near the source. Unfortunately, it is also a very long ways away from the entrance. Not so much the exit, but it's going to take forever to get the guy down here. Now, that doesn't really matter in the end, because I believe the game is set so that you will always sell your maximum. I could be wrong, but we've only got to sell 12. I am pretty sure we'll get that. So whether it takes the guy a long time or not is sort of irrelevant. Now I've got this sort of minimally laid out area for where I'm going to put my first strip of elite housing, and I saw how far down here it was taking me, and my original thought was that I could make sort of a horseshoe, both of which would be sort of autonomous and independent. They would have all their necessary facilities, but I wanted the road to connect them so that they could share the museum, and so I would have the curators walking through. But looking at where the next common housing blocks are going to go, like if I put one here, and then I put one on this side of the road, then it's going to be... I think it would be more compact if I then took one branch of the elites off this way, and then took another one up this way, and they would be like 2 squares away from sharing the columns of this common housing block, but I would be able to squeeze them in, and then all of my housing would basically be right here. Do I have enough marble now? Almost. I almost have enough. I was thinking about... I kind of forgot. I mean, there's really no reason to bully... there's no reason to pause either. There's no reason to bully Gnosis into giving me wood, because that is one of my own industries, and I've got 93 people who need some jobs. But I was considering, since I know I'm going to need a big temple eventually, I may as well get started on the Pillar of Atlas. And then he could help me in the future. Oh yeah, now I'm making a lot of profit. Okay, so I can breathe easy there.
I am Poseidon. Worship
yeah, I
me,
know.
and the sea will befriend you.
But, anyway, now that we've got some money coming in, I can begin thinking about everything else. And it's good to see that we're making enough food to fill up not only the original storehouse, but this one as well. And that little bit of meat, I guess, will help every year. But, yeah, so now we're on to phase 2, where I go ahead and get all my goods that I need to expand. I still need to worry about getting fleece and olive oil for these guys, but now that I'm making a profit, a buffer of 600 should hopefully be enough. How much, just out of curiosity, how much was this actually selling for? 88 a piece. I've been getting a few messages saying that prices have increased for olive oil and fleece, so I think actually olive oil is 45 and I believe fleece was now 35, so yeah, doing the math, I would be offsetting my cost, provided I was only importing. No, that actually wouldn't. I don't, because I would have to be importing more than 12 of each. So yeah, so that, never mind. Math is bad. The math on that is bad. But I can still make this work. I just want a little bit of buffer money before I go doing anything drastic. Okay, so I've finally got this down. I've had to get debt relief twice from friends, which is not good at all. Okay, we're ready to begin putting these bastards down. Very expensive. I only need to put down 7 to meet this requirement. So hopefully I can sustain that down here. They don't eat up much by themselves, so I can at least take relief in that. But hopefully, because of my tax collector here, we'll be able to add their revenues to the treasury. I will need to be... They do need to get 3 different types of culture, though, I think. Or scientists, I mean. So I guess I'll go ahead and put one of these guys down. I'll put down a laboratory, and it just occurred to me I don't have the more important infirmary. And then I'll put down the observatory. I don't have any of the supply buildings for that, so I'll have to do that. But see, I do have a little way out, if I decided to, that I could put a next door neighbor and then have a road connecting them, and then sort of in between, but I won't do that. I've decided against that. What I'm going to do instead is utilize the bibliotheques to send curators that way, and so I'm going to end up putting the museum in a more central location to force the walker to go through anyway, because what I'm counting on is the astronomers and the scientists or the chemists or whatever. They'll get the access that way because the guy will come this way to go to those buildings, and then the bibliothèque guy, when he produces a curator, will send it out that way. And so in the end, they'll get all the coverage they need. And the same will happen when I make the mirror housing block over there. Now, one thing I was going to look at. Okay, well, it's far enough away from these buildings, but I can always build stuff in between. Now that that's done, let's just go ahead and I guess maximize these guys. That's all I've got left. I need to start a... Okay, I've got wood. Where was I getting bronze from? One of these 3 trading ports. Yes, these guys. I'm importing grapes to make wine, which means I should stop. No, I can keep selling wine because we don't need it. We don't need it down here yet. I will, but until then it can be supplementing my income. So I'm getting it from them. These guys are giving me the olives. I can get wheat from them if I need it, which I will eventually for chariots and stuff. Right now, let's focus on armor. And this is going to be really freaking expensive. I mean, it's bad enough. It's bad enough with what I am importing right now. Importing that bronze on top of it is not really going to help anything. Unfortunately, no one else likes me enough that has the bronze, like Sakara here. And I can't make them happy enough to give me stuff, really, because they don't want anything. I mean, I can just give them gifts, yeah, but that doesn't seem to help so much as when they really want something. We can try it. I mean, I've got a lot of Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean to request anything. I wanted to give you something. Really? I guess because it's not in storage. Let's come down here. Okay, well, I've got plenty of this black marble sitting around. Oh yeah, I was also going to begin building a temple. Let's take... Well, 16 would be a really great gift, but that's quite a lot. So just 8? We'll do it piecemeal. Okay, so I'll start buttering them up that way, but I'm going to have to buy this... No, because I was just thinking of waiting on that. Why do I need bronze? Oh yeah, armor for the frigates. Okay, well that needs to be... Okay. First things first, let's just maximize these guys out. And that's going to be really expensive and cause probably some shortage problems, because we've already, for some reason, got a shortage of olive oil. Why is that? Why is that? Up until this point, I haven't been using it. I've been buying it. It's costing me an arm and a leg, but why? Where's it been going? I haven't been giving it away. Oh, I guess these guys bought it, and then these guys came to fill it up. You know what? You really don't need that much. Let's turn this down to 4. Turn this down to... Well, I want to keep this at 8, because it takes a long time to distribute armor among everyone. But for fleece and olive oil, you guys will be fine. They don't consume nearly as much as the common housing blocks do. Yeah, on a regular basis, I mean. So, right. Laboratory. And observatory. Let's put that over on this side. I can do park. University on this side? No. University on the other side. Now, I am going to use that strategy I talked about in a previous video, where I'm only going to build... Well, I'm going to build twice as many destination buildings as I am production buildings for scientists. So, in the next housing block over, there's going to be gaps on the inside that I can fill with more housing. So that'll be nice. Let's see what this does to the employment. Oh, hurts it really bad, but that's okay, because as soon as we start distributing the olive oil, they'll start to get... Oh god, they're not going to be... It was these guys who were giving it to me, and I've already bought my 12 for the year. Well, it's okay, a new year is coming, so we'll clear that out and be able to buy a whole new shipment, but they are definitely going to need it. Here's my 1,000 people. Tribute. Had no place for it because I was going to place down that damn temple. Okay. First of all, the big one. Let's see where I can put that. I guess I can stick it way over here, or not. Okay, well, it's only going to fit way out here. What's that going to give me over here? Not a lot of room. Damn, that's actually not going to work. I was thinking if I could put it here, then I could squeeze in Atlas's temple down here. But that's not going to work. They would overlap. And I know for a fact I'm going to have regular temples, which are nice because they're rectangular. So I can actually squeeze them in somewhere else. Okay, let me finagle this a little bit. Okay, well, I've decided to put it right here. And at least for now, because this takes a road that extends all the way down here, which is the only way down on this side, which really has no purpose because it only leads to the exit. So, I mean, it's not like boats can come on this river or anything. But just for the look of the thing, I'll put it here. And then I may end up having to reroute the road later on if I want to build some temples up there. It doesn't actually look... I mean, maybe if I'm lucky I can squeeze some temples up there. One temple up there, maybe, if it's a small temple. But I think we'll also have to build some pyramids later on, so I can definitely fit that up here. And we do have a lot of wasted space around. I kind of hate it, but it's not like we really need it. I just wanted to put everything up here just for the look of it, but I mean, we're gonna have all of this. I don't anticipate building housing on this side of the river. So, now that this is in place, we're going to need sculptures, wood, and marble. Well, I'll just slowly accumulate the marble because there's no way I can afford it now. I mean, God, I just cut out a huge chunk. It cost 1,000 just to put that down. I'll put down 2 of those. Oh, that's one too many. Thanks, Lixix. Lixix? Lixus. That's what I meant. Okay, I've got some black marble. It was tier. Yeah, I was gonna give you guys the black marble. So enjoy that. Oh good, we can give you another one. They kind of like that actually, when you compound gifts like that and just beat it into them. It makes them get happy really quickly. And I think that's just a part of the game's mechanics. I don't think that's really intentional necessarily, but that's okay, I can roll with it. Okay, so maybe I can do something about the sculpture, maybe I can't. One sculpture studio would be enough, but we are just... oh god, I'm almost out of money again. I may have doomed myself with that. Import costs are crazy. Yeah, I'm not justifying that at all.
What other god can offer you a kraken?
This is really tough, and this is on easy. I mean, this is the beginner level, which is outrageous. Maybe with all these people, though, taxes will be enough to justify. Okay, well, they're all in residences. So that should be taken. No? I guess we're just waiting on people to move in. Okay. Well, anyway. How do you feel about me? Sympathetic. Yeah, that's what I thought, because they don't want it. It's just like, well, here you go. And they hate me when they have to help me out financially. So Lixus probably doesn't like me very much. Yeah, god damn it. We do have a little bit of money, but I'm definitely going to have to watch that to the end. That'll be done, though. The next hard part is going to be those frigates, because I need to do the armor, and that importation of bronze is going to really, really suck. I'll give it a little bit to give me some money, and then I'll be back when I have some frigates. Alright, so they should be... good, they are. Working on the final... little thing there. I got one frigate sent home. Don't know that I need to do that. I am actually making profit now that I'm not buying the bronze anymore. Huge expense. But I am actually making profit, so I would like to be able to sit on that for a while. And since the game is not going to end just yet,
Atlanteans everywhere are dancing and singing in the streets, for Cleitos truly is a remarkable city. It is a bastion of science, and people from all over the 10 kingdoms clamor to see the mighty city for themselves. But what's this? Trouble with our Egyptian friends? It seems that the Egyptians, who owe much to the brave explorers who brought Atlantean knowledge to the Nile's shores, are withholding much-needed wheat from Atlantis, and have been raising the prices on goods important to Atlantean survival. Great King Atlan himself has vowed to pay a visit to our Egyptian friends, to remind them of all the wonderful things that Atlanteans have brought them.
I'm shaking my fist at those bastards. See you next time.